Justin and I, we've been at this for 16, 17 years now. And, one thing that we really have prided ourselves on over the years is the confectionery category and growing that category. We do know that if and when the category is growing, our respective brands are going to continue to grow. In terms of maximizing sales, it's not just about, the global leading brands, but also, niche products and new brands and innovative products to the category that are kind of adding to the basket for us. So really, throughout 2020 and heading into 2021, we stayed in close contact with our customers and with our suppliers to really ensure that we had a solid plan in place when, coming on the other side of COVID. And, so like most companies, we've made some changes that better reflect, kind of where we are at today in terms of the times we're living in. So, we really honed in on our assortment. In the past, we'd carry, 30 or 40 SKUs from suppliers. Now we really kind of focus down into the core top 10, 15 items, just to make sure that those brands and those items that consumers know and love when they are traveling through the stores are there for them. We've also kind of looked at the different need states that kind of are relevant in confectionery, from the self-consumption, the sharing, and the gifting standpoint, and making sure that what we were offering was aligned to those the need states for the consumer. And then I'd say that it was a challenge, because with confectionery, we have a shelf life, so we call it the ticking time bomb. From the minute that goods are produced and they make a way to our warehouse, we have to then have a plan for those and get them to the customer with enough time they can sell through them. So we really, it was a challenge, because a lot of our global manufacturing partners, also stopped producing product for several months. And so they had to get their machines back up and running, and how much did they need, and who was buying it, and what was the lead times. We've also experienced a lot of disruption, and I'm sure you're aware, of the global supply chain in terms of getting products in freight containers from Europe. So it's been a challenge, but I would say that, what we could control was working with our customers on the assortment, working with our brands on the best go-to-market strategy coming out of COVID, and then just having a solid promotional calendar that would be effective in the stores.
Right. And then I remember you touched on the idea that you followed a lot of consumer insight studies. Were those from specific areas or specific agencies that created them, or was that kind of just overall?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say overall, I guess there was a lot of downtime throughout the heightened part of the pandemic. So anything we could get our hands on to read or take place in a webinar, a lot of it came from Mindset. We trust their data in terms of the travel retailer, not only from a regional perspective, but from a global perspective. So kind of looking at what the consumer was looking for, what are they avoiding, what are they not doing now that they were doing before. But yeah, I'd say that Mindset was probably one of the main data sources that we would kind of rely on when we were formulating our plans.
And I think it became so much more important with the ever-changing, consumer and different shopping patterns. We had, and also even specifically looking at certain airports versus the others. I mean, obviously we had to understand that shopping pattern of kind of that new consumer, but also where are they going? What airports are they flying out of? And a lot of the data that we've received really has helped. And I think I'll add on to Marc's kind of previous points about what's so important to us at Otis McAllister, and really being a distribution company, is we have to offer value to both our vendor partners and our retailer partners. And I think from a logistics point of view, it's been so crucial for us to have that critical mass in the U.S. so our customers and our vendors really have the flexibility when it comes to consolidating our products, but then also once we're shipping goods to our retailers, giving them that opportunity to really, consolidate all the brands and all the products as we're growing and learning more about those shopping patterns.